All right, man. Welcome back to episode 5 of the basketball community. I'm Coach John. Got my boy Jay. As you guys know, we always got a special treat for you guys. So we're gonna jump right into it. He's currently a point guard at St. Anthony's High School. 4-year varsity player. His sophomore year, he helped lead his team to the Open Division. Junior year, he also helped lead them to the CIF. And senior year, he's currently in state playoffs. He's a 3-time all-league player. I want you guys to help me welcoming in Jaayden Bush. JB, what up?
Yo, what's up?
Thank you for taking the time with us today, bro. I know you guys are in the state playoffs right now, so I know your free time is valued, and we appreciate you taking the time with us today.
Yeah, sure, my pleasure. Appreciate y'all for having me.
Yeah. All right, so we want to jump right into it, man. So give the people a little insight of younger JB, how it all started as a kid with ARC and Tricity. Go and talk about that a little bit.
Younger JB was a warrior, man. He was a warrior. He had the most heart I've ever seen. So I just brought that up with me throughout my entire life. I think that just like really built the foundation on my personnel my entire life. Just like always wanting to win, compete at my hardest, and just give everything I got from a young age. So it just really carried on and stuck with me as I got older and got to high school.
It's funny you talk about that, man, because I remember, I remember you when you first came over, and there was this dude, and you came from the park, and like, you played so hard, bro. I'm like, you're running all over the place. It's crazy. Like, obviously you're older and you've gotten so much more skilled and offensively, man, you've just taken a huge jump the last 3-4 years. But that motor, that drive, that gut, that heart has always been there. Like, has that been something that you're like that in everything, or is it just oops? You got some people, they're dogs like in sports, but off the court, you know, it's like a different persona, or is it like, no, I'm a dog about everything?
I think it's just to know. It's just like anything that involves like competition or like something to win in, just like life in general. Like I just want to win. I just want to be on top. So I just like carry myself to a high expectations to make sure I can look at myself in the mirror every day and sound proud of it.
Yeah, and then you know, to add on that, I think I kind of met JB probably it was either his later year in 6th grade or like early 7th. And you know, we trained, he trained with Coach J, and then you know, you know how they go when you hoop, you get the ones in, you get the ones. So here I am. I'm probably 22, 23 at the time. This kid is in the 6th grade, 7th grade, and I beat him. And this dude is hot. He's not supposed to lose. Like, he's like, man, like, he was really hot. And I was talking to Jay about my man. What's he all right? He was like, that's just JB, man. He hate losing. So even from then, like, I could just tell you were a competitor and don't like to lose, man. So I'm glad it's sticking with you through all the way through high school and carry you on.
Appreciate it.
I think for me, man, that's the crazy part, because I kind of want to talk about your high school journey. And I think a lot of people fail to realize the importance of being competitive, Jay. So let me explain what I mean by that. Like, obviously, I've been blessed to know you and the family. You've been a part of the fam since 5th, 6th grade. It's been a long time. And when you first came to St. Anthony's, you know, which I want you to kind of tell your own story, but you came in and you weren't that dude that came in and got 32 minutes right away. You know, you were a dude that you had to like fight and scratch and claw. And you know, in the world we're in now, bro, like kids go to a situation, they want the instant gratification right away, or you know what I mean, like all right, they feel like there's issues with the coaching staff. I'm not playing. I'm gonna go somewhere else, man. So just talk to everyone about their journey. Like I know this year, you know, you got the guys playing out their minds. You know, we're saying Anthony loves, by the way. So let's put this out there right now. We are all proud to Anthony's love during this podcast, right? And you got these guys playing at a high level. But just talk about that a little bit, man. Talk about your journey from a freshman year and just working your way up to where you are now.
So like for me, I came in my freshman year. I mean, I was like 5'3". I wasn't as tall as everybody, so I already knew I just got to work hard. But I remember my first game. I think I played like 14 minutes. And then the next game I played 18 minutes. We played Santa Margarita at 24 in my second game of high school. So I started feeling myself. I was like, yeah, I'm the man. I'm the man my freshman on varsity. And then as the season goes on, I started playing less and less minutes. And at first, I didn't understand it because it was just like I was doing good in the beginning of the season. And then all of a sudden, we got this point guard from football coming back in who's stronger than me and he getting all the minutes. So at first, I didn't understand it. But I broke it down to myself. I kept working hard and hard for my sophomore year. And I knew I had to get stronger. I wasn't strong then. And then I asked my coach before the beginning of my sophomore year what I had to do to play. He told me to get stronger. So that whole summer I was working out, getting stronger, make sure I could take care of the ball with stronger defenders, people older than me. I'm not gonna be the oldest as a sophomore either. So I just made sure I got stronger. And we had a fantastic year my sophomore year. We got all the way to the Open Division, which is the highest our school had been to. So that was pretty good. And then as the year, I just kept trying to develop year by year. So my junior year, I knew I had to add an offensive game, have a higher offensive game. I had to have more points and be more facilitator as well. Just add it all together. And then my senior year, I with a bunch of guys that haven't played varsity basketball yet before. I think we have 9 guys who didn't play a lick of. Yep, we got 9 guys who haven't played a lick of varsity basketball. People that played in any varsity situation is me and Elijah. So I knew this year it would be a big challenge. I was good transfer when Coach Cat left, but I know if I transfer, I can go get something that probably wouldn't be that would probably be so easy and wouldn't mean nothing. So I stayed. I knew what I was staying. I knew how hard it was going to be to get these guys to really lock in and be able to contribute and make themselves feel like they're wanted and make themselves feel like they're useful and needed on the team. Because it can't be 2 guys. Like most teams have 3 guys that can really go, and they got some role players that have like experience. We got 2 guys that can really go and some role players that don't have any experience. So it's like I knew it would be a challenge, but it's doable. Like me and Elijah, we said it was doable. So really worked really hard on practice. I'll roughen them up. I'll punk them. I'll show them what it's like to be a freshman because that's how I felt it. Because that's what it felt like they were as freshmen. They didn't play a lot. So just like showing them that they can compete. Just getting on them every day, showing that they can compete. And if you work as hard as you can, you always got a chance. And I think we gave ourselves a chance this year. Now, we came a little short in CIF, I know. But I can't really blame them because they never been on a stage so high before. And the fact they helped get us this far so we can compete for a state championship, I'm proud of them. But the state championship, we're getting.
Y'all heard it here. Say it again, JB. Say it again.
The state championship, we getting. We putting something up in the school. We putting a banner up. We got to. We've been through too much. We got to.
What would that mean to you though? You know, not to keep bringing it up. Like you couldn't get, like you guys didn't get done for CIF. What would it mean getting that state championship?
It's everything. Winning is everything. Winning keep people together. And this group we have, like everybody in this group that's been through so much. Like even if it's like a loss in their family, like you guys lost people in their family early on this year, or it's just like going through stuff at home. It's like we all got like a similar story, and like winning will really just gel it all together. And just like one day we all said we want to walk back in the gym 20, 30 years later, turn our heads right when we walk and look to the right and look up and say, we put that there. Right. So like, that's just something we gotta go at everything.
Go ahead, Jay.
I mean, obviously with that, man, um, we know that after you win that state title, um, now you got to look at the next chapter. Uh, and again, man, just it was such a great feeling when I heard about you committing to play at Dominican, and I know Coach Matt, kind of great dude, and you going up there and playing. Talk about the process a little bit. Talk about not just why Dominican, but just obviously that's where you committed now, so you don't necessarily bring up other schools particular, but just talk more about your process and how that was and why you want to commit early and just, talk to us about that a little bit.
So for me, everything was like slow because of COVID. So and like people getting an extra year, the transfer portal. So I knew it'd be a lot harder to get to the next level than it was the previous. So at the beginning of my senior year start, I have a pretty good summer basketball wise, and college coaches hit my phone. You can tell when, like you can sense when coaches are just leading you on, just messing, not really serious. But when I got my offer, I mean, it felt like everything, just like showed me everything I worked for. I worked hard for it. Everything was good, and I loved everything about the school. So in December, I ended up committing. But there's tons of schools that are like trying to get on bandwagon now that I'm doing stuff in high school that nobody thought I was gonna be able to do. So it just made my decision clear that after this school believed in me before they really seen it really kick in. So I wanted to go somewhere where I knew someone would believe in me. Because my coach right now, my high school coach, I say he's one of the best coaches I've ever played for, just because the way that he can make you feel that you are wanted and how much you are believed in. I feel like his belief is the reason I've had such a good year.
Well, I got to talk. I mean, obviously, I've heard so many great things about Coach Mitchell, and I know that you guys, have went through some stuff at the alum, but you turned it around and had a great year. When you talk about somebody like just him, and you talk about him being one of the better coaches you've ever played for, like talk to us a little about that. Like what qualities you played for them all at the AAU level, the high school level, like for these guys who have coaches and they're looking for certain qualities out of their coach. For you, what qualities from him or just great coaches in general you think a great coach has to have?
His just belief in whatever we're doing is just crazy. Like if he would have told me like what he did, he said we're gonna win the CIF in the state championship or state championship back in August before we even had our whole team together. I looked at him like it was crazy. Like we got 2 returners that played, and we got 8 or 9 kids that never played a lick of varsity basketball in their life. So, I mean, his just like belief and just like his foundation that he carries himself with is just crazy. So, he's passionate. He's just one of those guys that he walk in a room and he gonna bring it every single time. Like literally, whatever he gonna empty the bucket, like, and he gonna refill it the next day. So he just on, you go to war with, he got you. Like you ain't never gotta worry about that. And you go to war with him, you going to war prepared. You going to war with a brother. So I think he just made it fun and just makes it fun to play for him.
And to add on that, JB, I got a question. So I probably saw like 2 or 3 games last year, and I saw 2 games this year. Like, was it his confidence and you and the team that kind of made your offense look a little bit more I'm talking about you individually, like made your offense look a little more like free flowing, and like it just looks like you're like going this year, like you're still facilitating the ball, but it's just a different like pop, like when you're trying to score or get to the basket or whatever. Does the coaching have anything to do with that?
I would say he has a lot to do with it. He really helped me advance my scoring. So just like picking my spots, he like brought a new IQ to my scoring. So once I really figured it out, like he even told me at a mid-range game since he was my assistant coach at sophomore year. Me playing at the mid-range game add 10 more points to my game every day. because now you got to pick your poison with me scoring at all 3 levels, so it just adds to my game.
So let's talk about this a little bit, because it's a debate, obviously, that you're definitely the leader and the heartbeat of that team, and that obviously could transfer into being the best player or not the best player. But I know we used to have these debates at the gym, so I got to go through this rapid fire. So there's going to be some arguing because I know JB can be a little reckless at times.
Oh, don't do it, JB. Don't do it.
Basketball Community Podcast. There's a side of JB that y'all don't know after these training sessions. So I'm gonna throw out these questions, and we're gonna throw it out to the ocean and see what JB comes up with. So here it is. Here it is.
Get it.
Rapid fire question 1. Best player in the NBA right now.
Chris Paul. Chris Paul. Chris Paul. Not LeBron, not KD, Chris Paul.
Oh man, that's a respectable answer though.
Chris
It's
Paul.
wow. It's left field. But, you can't be mad if someone said that. But no, JB,
Chris
no,
Paul.
no.
He should have had a ring. He really should have got one. He really should have got one.
Can you explain to the basketball community why you come up with that answer, please?
Look. I would say LeBron. I really would say LeBron, my favorite player of all time. I would say LeBron.
Okay.
I would say LeBron, but that's too generic. LeBron, his team not looking good this year, and it's not his fault, but it is his fault. Chris Paul, he got the #1 team in the West, and he's a leader. What he does something similar to MJ, which I don't think LeBron could. LeBron can carry a team to a final, but Chris Paul can make a team believe that they are really a part of the team to help bring it down. And that's something you can't teach. That's just something you got or you don't got.
Yeah, JB. Damn up. Let's go, John. What we got? Yeah, JB.
Come on,
Bro. All right, if we're talking about even if we're talking about last year, let's just go through it real quick. We're talking about last year. Who they play in the first?
Who?
The Suns.
The Lakers.
Okay. So were the Lakers healthy?
My guy Bron.
Wait, were the Lakers healthy?
They were healthy when Bron was hitting his fadeaways and looking at the bench.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just saying, I don't know if they get out of the West, the two top teams that they play were healthy. I don't know. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know.
But
You know what I mean? That's some look, when you get lucky like that, bro, you gotta win that thing. You gotta win that whole thing, bro.
I mean, the best team will always win in a series of 4. And a series of 4, the best team always gonna win. So that's the hard thing about winning a championship at the NBA level. The best team will always win the series of 4. Now, if the Nets would have made it to the finals, the Nets probably would have won it too.
I don't know.
The Nets would have been finished.
Without James, with a 50% James Harden and no Kyrie.
Yeah. Kevin Durant's crazy.
Yeah.
You can't stop Kevin Durant 4 games straight. It's impossible.
Facts. So then, with that, then, who you got winning the ship this year?
I ain't gonna lie. The Nets, after the last Nets trade, I ain't gonna lie, they may have it. That's crazy. You got Ben Simmons, Kyrie, and KD. That's crazy.
He ain't played since 2008. JB, Ben Simmons.
It really don't matter. If you in the NBA, there's a reason you in the NBA.
Yeah, but
I mean, what does he have to do, Jay?
Ben Simmons? You mean
yeah.
get to put Kyrie at the 2 and KD at the 3, and all Ben Simmons got to do is play Giannis? He got to be Giannis and facilitate? That's hard to stop. That's hard to stop. That's hard to stop.
I feel y'all if they don't play Philly. If they play Philly, it's a wrap. He is.
I wouldn't want to play
y'all right now. If Brooklyn play Philly, it's a wrap.
I wouldn't want to
MIA.
KD could beat Philly by himself, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Ooh.
AD's
Okay.
there ain't nobody in the league that can really guard Kevin Durant.
That's
Nah.
I mean, Giannis can give it a shot, but he can't do it for 4 games straight.
I honestly want to say the Suns, though.
Ooh.
I want to say the Suns. I think the Suns are coming out of the West. I think they beat Golden State this year. I think so.
Ooh.
I'm still not sold on Steph as the primary offensive threat in the playoffs. I'm not sold. I'm not sold yet. I'm still not sold.
I can understand that. I can understand that.
Chris Paul, D Book.
Even with Clay back though?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Okay.
Steph be tricky, man.
No.
Tricky sometimes.
I've always said since 2016 when people are hopping on his bandwagon, he's not a clutch playoff player.
Yeah.
His big moments, he don't have big, but he can get you through a season. He can do some crazy things. He can do some things you ain't never seen that you probably think are impossible. 16 threes in the All-Star game is crazy. But when it comes down to it, he ain't hitting it. The last shot ain't going to Steph.
Ooh. He coming with the heat. He coming tonight.
I'll be real.
I agree with him. I agree.
So if we have to take all the airs, because you grew up in the cold, LeBron, probably the tail end of MJ. Here we go, y'all. JB, who is the best player of all time?
LeBron.
Huh?
LeBron James.
Wait, what?
LeBron James, best player of all time.
Almost. Have you forgot about Mike Jeffrey or no?
It's LeBron James. Look. People don't underestimate winning during a COVID season. That is crazy. Winning during COVID, he wasn't with his family for like 160 days. That's crazy. In the bubble, that's crazy.
JB, you thought he was the best player ever 3 years ago.
I did.
Before the bubble.
Yeah, when he carried that JV team to the finals and won it. Yes, I did.
When he carried who?
He carried that JV team to the finals and won it.
Who are you talking about?
LeBron.
Which team are you talking about? Because you know he hop all over the place.
He isn't.
The one with Kyrie Game 7, that one? Oh, okay.
And then he carried the team to a finals and lost though.
Don't do that. 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 Don't do that.
They played Celtics in the semis.
Bro, you can't brag about losing. That's bragging about losing.
I'm not bragging about losing. I'm just saying, like, who can do that?
What, lose? 12 other teams. Don't do that, because you know some kids already don't like value winning as much as they should, man. They lost, bro. They lost, baby.
They lose. But he got 4 rings though. He has 4 rings.
All right. So you obviously a diehard Bron fan, right? All right. So give us a little insight of a Bron's fan on LeBron's record in the finals. Like, could you talk about that? Also remembering that MJ is 6-0.
I love this. 6
finals MVP.
No, I love this. I love this conversation. Because how many times has LeBron been to the finals?
Was it 9?
It's 9. LeBron's been to the finals 9 times. MJ went 6 times. Only 6.
So even if
hold on. 4 out of 9. What percent is that?
I don't know, bro. You fresh in pre-Cal right now, bro. You tell me.
I ain't got pre-Cal. Hey,
JB, wait. Okay, we go flip it this way then. All right, JB, because you who? So you got 2 people on your team,
right?
And you got to make a pass. You got 1 person on the right wing. He's 6 for 6 from the field for the game. You got 1 person on the other wing, and he's 4 for 9. Who you throwing the ball to?
How much time left on the clock? How much time left on the clock?
Oh,
there's no way you can tell me you rather be 4-9 than 6-6. There's no way, bro. You would love to go around saying you've never lost.
I mean, that sounds good. It do. I would like to say that, but as a player, LeBron is better than MJ.
So wait, when did LeBron pass MJ? Like in scoring and all that?
2020.
2020. So that was year what? Was it 18?
Maybe
16.
Oh, okay.
Like 17.
How many years was Jordan in the league?
Oh no, he went to go play baseball.
He was in the league 14 years, right?
Yeah.
14 years. That's crazy. And because I think about this, like Kareem played what, 20-something years?
Mm.
So if MJ played 20 years, man, like or even if he played longer, like the records that he have, I don't know if anyone's touching them, bro. I don't know. He did all this in such a dominant like time frame. Like it was like 14 years, 6 finals MVPs, and he was third all-time scoring. Like the two people that have more points than him before LeBron and Kobe, they played 20 years like in the league.
I mean, look, I feel like I can never ever say that MJ is better than LeBron. For one, I didn't grow up in the MJ era.
Okay.
I can really only compare LeBron to Kobe.
Let's not do this right now.
Like that's all I can really do. I mean I watched the Last Dance, watched it all. But like everybody said after the Last Dance, my opinion would change. It just won't change. LeBron's the GOAT.
JB.
He has a crown. He's the king. Come on.
I respect your opinion, JB.
Yo, I told y'all this was gonna be what's a lifetime. All right, bro. So look, this is big for me. So in life, man, we all have moments. We have thoughts, and we have those things every day of that motivation. And obviously, every week on our podcast, the last question of the podcast is what motivates you. I normally give our guests 1 or 2 words, but like I really, for you, just want you to be able to talk about really, honestly and truly, what motivates you in as many words as what comes to you. So just let the basketball community know kind of what motivates you.
I mean, I wouldn't say I've had an easy life. Like I've been through a lot. Like father, not really in my life, but in my life, just like I got 2 brothers that passed away, so that's like that motivates me. My mom motivates me. My sister, just like making sure I could like really provide for them when I get older. Like I want to make the league more like for them, so like they can say they had a really good life. Like I want to give back to my mom. I want to give back to my sister for like everything they really did for me. But my main reason for like playing basketball is really for myself. Just like the love I have for the game. Like I think that's what really, really motivates me. And I feel like everything else is really just like something that just makes me really go harder. Just like on the back burner, just help me kick in when things aren't really going my way. So I would really say just my love for the game is why I go so hard.
Woo. Yeah, man. I think all the people that watch today need to take notes. You know, so much of us focus on these cones and these shots. And man, people have said this forever. Like the one thing you can't teach is heart. And as long as I've known this young man, he's had the biggest heart of kids I've ever seen. He's gonna give you everything he has, and I definitely know, where it comes from, man. So before I get too much into that, man, I just definitely want to end like we do every podcast in prayer. May the Lord watch between me and thee while we're absent, one from the other. In Jesus' name, amen. JB.
All right, JB.
Yes, sir.
Man. All right, JB. Thanks for taking the time with us today, man. It's been a pleasure. I'm glad I got to meet you when you were younger. It's been cool kind of seeing you grow up and mature into such a great leader, man. And you have like this natural like aura that makes people want to be around you and enjoy being around you. I can speak for myself. I know Jay feel the same way. So we appreciate you for being you and taking the time with us today, man.
Appreciate y'all for having me. I have fun. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, bro, man. Go win that shit, man. We out of
I'ma
here.
call
Thank
you
y'all, man.
on the court when we win it. I got full belief in my guys. They're gonna bring it. I promise. I'll call you on the court when we win it.
Hey, I'm hoping that if the game is close enough, we could be there. Then I can just run on the court and act like I did something.
You know, I was living in Cleveland. I'm gonna be screaming SA.
Oh,
yes, sir. Let's go. Let's go.
I got you.
All right, man. That's a wrap. JB, go win that thing, man.
I got you.
Peace.
Appreciate it.